how a boyfriend is charged with murder for killing his girlfriend in Chinatown, Chicago, Chicago town, Chinatown. Now, domestic violence, police often say, is one of their most dangerous cases to follow up on because, or to respond to. That's what I'm trying to say. Because of the notion that people are often triggered when it comes down to what goes on in their home. And in this case, we're going to get down to what actually happened. So before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about the sponsor of our video so we can get that out the way, of course. And then we'll dive into the video. So Surfshock. Surfshock, a comprehensive review of the VPN service. In today's digital age, privacy and security are of utmost importance with cyber criminals becoming more sophisticated and governments monitor online activity. It's essential to take measures to protect your online identity. One way to do so is by using a virtual private network VPN service. Among the many VPNs available in the market, Surfshock is one that has been gaining popularity. So don't hesitate to get your own. So let's talk about this case here so we can get
A
down to what
disturbing
actually
confession
happened.
offers details into the murder of a pregnant woman in Chicago. 46-year-old Yaer Shen now facing felony charges of first-degree murder, intentional homicide of an unborn child, and concealment of homicidal death. Prosecutors say he killed 40-year-old Yaer Fang, who was missing since October 9th. She was also 8 months pregnant with Shen's child. Prosecutors say the two had been in a relationship together, and she worked at a restaurant he owned in Lincolnwood. In the hours leading up to her murder, prosecutors say the couple had been arguing over money, and Fang called her daughter to come pick her up from 36 in California, where Shen lived. The daughter later arrived to no one there. Prosecutors say true cell data was used to find the two driving southbound on I-55 and exiting near Morton College around 11:45 on October 10th. The two had stopped near a soccer field in that area, and that's where prosecutors believe Shen strangled Fang twice during an argument. That evidence later showed Shen arriving at the Stickney Water Reclamation Plant. Prosecutors say that Fang was likely unconscious by the time the two arrived here at this water plant in Stickney. Police later finding her body in a wooded area, as well as her pink jacket hanging from a tree. There was a note in that jacket, which prosecutors say Shen wrote, admitting to the murder. It was written in Cantonese and read as a summary in court today, saying, quote, "I am sorry. I am not a good person. I made you suffer. I got scammed. I know it's irresponsible for me to leave you. I hope we don't meet in another life." Prosecutors say there was also two other notes found in the investigation process where Shen admitted to the murder while acknowledging that he also killed his own unborn child. That overwhelming evidence is why a judge denied bond for him today. Shen will stand trial on November 22nd, facing a mandatory life sentence if convicted.
What they got to understand is when you harm a pregnant woman in the magnitude that he did, you are not only took the life of the mother of the child, but you took the life of the fetus. She was 8 months. And just like the case I did on yesterday, where the brother actually killed his sister after the baby shower, she was 8 months pregnant as well. Right. So Balan Feng, the 40-year-old pregnant woman reported missing last month in Chicago, Illinois, was allegedly murdered by the father of the unborn child. Now, this happened a year ago. Just to let you know. But Yaer Shen, 46, charged with first degree murder, intentional homicide of an unborn child, and concealment of homicidal death. He was ordered to be held without bond on Thursday afternoon, which is exactly a year ago. Fang was last seen in the 3000 block of the South Lock Street on October 9th, was 8 months pregnant with Shen's child at the time of her murder. According to prosecutors, Shen and Fang, who were dating, got into a fight about finances while sitting in Shen's car outside his home. After the argument, Shen went inside the home and Fang was found crying on his front porch by Shen's ex-wife. Sheng then took Fang back to his car. Fang reportedly called her 14-year-old daughter to tell her to ask a friend to pick her up at 36 in California. However, when the friend showed up, Fang was nowhere to be found. While Sheng was driving, the couple allegedly got into a physical argument, with Fang slapping Shen in the face and Sheng hitting and choking her until she lost consciousness, according to the reports. In the autopsy report, the medical examiner, determined that the cause of death was consistent with strangulation and homicide. As a separate autopsy on the unborn child was determined the death to be a homicide. According to the autopsy, if the baby had been born at the time of Fang's murder, it would have survived. So, as you can see, that baby was ready to enter this world. And you saying in your report that you got scammed, a lot of people get scammed. That don't mean that you need to take the life of anyone because you got scammed, right? She dumped Shin dumped Fang's body at the Stickney Water Reclamation Reclamation plant at Sirio, Illinois, covered its branches and threw her jacket into a wooden area. According to prosecutors, based on his arrest report, Shem was identified through his cell phone data and video surveillance. Inside her jacket, detectives recovered a handwritten note in Cantonese that was signed by Shen. That joker wrote his own concession letter. I'm sorry, I'm not a good person. I made you suffer. I got scammed. I know it's irresponsible for me to leave you. I hope we don't meet in another life, the note read. Prosecutors also found a letter under his mattress that read, in the heat of the moment, I did something wrong. I'm regretful that in the heat of the moment, I caused a big mistake. Shin was arrested on November 1st. He admitted to strangling Fang to death and covering up his crime. Detectives said a note found in his wallet stated that he had done very bad things. He wanted to kill himself, but couldn't do it, and that he was going to turn himself in, but was afraid to go into prison. Shin is scheduled to appear in court on November 22nd. If convicted, he faces a mandatory life in prison. So let's see what did he get before we end this. Let's see. Because this is a year ago. Let's see. Say he faces, but okay. It don't say what he received. This is a year ago. Let's say was he sentenced? Let's see. Although this is a year ago, as you can see, he still haven't had his day in court. So we're going to stay on top of this story. We're going to stay on top of this story, as you clearly can see in some capacity. People do things in the heat of battle. He say he got scammed. A lot of people can't take stress. Stress make people do crazy stuff. Some people have strokes. Some people have heart attacks because of stress. Sometimes people just hurt each other during the time of stress. This story is unfortunate, but it actually happened. Happened last year, and as you can see, it was no determination on his verdict. But he killed two people, so it's most likely he may face a year. I mean, life in jail. And that money could be replaced. The money could have been replaced. But do what you can not to throw your whole life again. Throw whole life away. All right. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe as we'll be coming to you another video with in another video. Please hit the notification bell once you subscribe.